Are you the employee in training? Doing a fine job, eh? How are you? This is where you take your vision tests, I guess. It's been a long time since I've gotten a driver's license, but I'll be going through a process with Watchman soon. He's got his permit. So you can check on your number out here too. You can even come out in the hallway. You have to stand in there. It's a lot of people in a small room. So here we have the clerk and recorder recording marriage license, passports, and elections. There's passport applications right here when you come in the door. Hello. It's a little quieter in here than it is in DMV. I'd rather be working in this office. Oh, just say hello. Don't need any help. Right now, you, in this office. It's against your wishes? You're in a public office, though.
That doesn't mean that gives you the right to kill me.
Okay. It actually does, but I don't want to debate it with you, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Please don't shush me away. That's a little rude.
Well, what you're doing is rude.
No, I don't think so. How many cameras are in this room? How many cameras are in here, man? Well, I'd like to know how many cameras are in here that you're on all day long. Wow. So I was going to ask her, some specifics about what the office does and that kind of thing, and maybe get some information, but that was an interesting greeting. First time here in this building.
Need to get your prescriptions refilled? Capsule Pharmacy can hand deliver your medications today for free. Go to capsule.com. We handle your insurance. All you have to do is schedule delivery. Go to capsule.com to get started in 15 seconds today.
Here's to discovering magic in every moment in Wisconsin. To making a splash all along the fresh coast.
Introducing Connext, your gateway to a seamless remote staffing experience. Connext is not just a...
Okay, so now there's nobody. There were two people at the counter when we walked in a couple of minutes ago, as you saw. And now there's no one. That was a little rude, shushing us out of the, doing one of these. I don't know about that. Yeah, so, I don't know. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you a supervisor here? Okay. 1 second. At least she said please.
What can I help you?
Hello, how are you? Good. My name is Jason. This is my son Ben, and this is actually our first time here at the building. We checked in with your security at the front, and we're no nefarious activities. I'm just spending some time with my son and taking a look at the government building. So the young lady here got very upset when we walked in. I don't know what that's all about, but really not my concern. So my only question is, are you a supervisor?
I'm a lead.
Okay, so lead. All right, so you're one of the higher ups, I guess. You're up the chain a little bit. So can you just tell me what your name is and what this services this office provides?
My name is Pat.
Okay, Pat. My name is Jason.
We record real estate records
Okay.
and issue marriage licenses
Okay.
and process passport applications.
Okay. So basically just what it says on the sign. There's nothing. Okay. All right, good. Yeah, we're just taking a look at the building. Like I said, no ill will. We're not looking to give anybody a hard time or cause any problems.
Yeah, people are camera shy.
And you know what? And I get that, and I understand that, and I can even appreciate that. But if you're one of the leads, as you put it, the only thing I would ask of you is, if someone's personal feeling is that they don't want to be recorded, they're allowed to feel that way, and that's fine. But when you work in a public office and there's glass windows here, and a member of the public comes in, to just get up and run away from the desk and abandon the counter is a little bit bad form in my book. Maybe you go get somebody else who doesn't mind being videoed. We're all on camera 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And at the end of the day, a camera is the witness that never lies. It's an objective record of the truth. So as far as I'm concerned, the more cameras out there, the better. Especially in this day and age, as everybody likes to say, right? But you've been very pleasant. I appreciate you. I won't take any more of your time. But just, put them at ease and just let them know. But a little bit of decorum would be appreciated, because I didn't walk in here with an attitude. We're not doing anything we're not supposed to be doing. So it's a little bit of a rough treatment, a little bit of a sour welcome to Arapahoe County.
Well, I apologize for that.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't do it, and you certainly made up for it. So I thank you very much. All right? All right, you too. Thank you. Do the same. Thank you. All right, so researching copies, and like I said, guys, there's no, if somebody doesn't want to be filmed, that's they're allowed to feel that way, but they're not allowed to, or they shouldn't be allowed to just get up and abandon their workstation or their desk and disappear into the back and be rude and, insensitive to the public. So hopefully our person in charge there will have a little conversation at the next meeting. So this is the clerk, recorder, research, and copies. Hello. How are you?
What can I help you with?
Oh, we're just looking around at the building.
Why are you taking pictures?
I'm not taking pictures, I'm taking video.
Why are you taking video?
Just spending some time with my son. My name's Jason. This is my son, Ben. And we're just looking around your beautiful building.
Well, did you get the release from the,
A release?
yeah, to do that?
Why do I need a release?
Did you get a permission to do that?
From who would I get permission from?
I don't know, I gotta find out.
Yeah, if you'd like to find out, sure. If I do require permission, I'd be happy to get it.
I have to take care of a customer, just hold on a second.
Sure, no problem. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were a customer, ma'am. I thought you were working here as well. I apologize.
Okay, so it's Randy Chase 2.
Is that actually microfiche?
I think it's more, it's reels. It's not like the microfiche that you move around.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's a blast from the past for
Oh,
me.
yeah, it is.
I felt like I was at the library when I was 8 for a minute. Yeah.
Kids these days are lucky they don't have to do all this stuff.
Oh man, but
Most of it's like digitalized, like on imaged on, computer, but
right.
still have to come back to some of this stuff.
You know what? They're lucky in that respect, but I'll tell you what, man. When I was a teenager, all I had to do was get out of my father's driveway, and I was gone, man.
Florida is assessor and treasurer,
Okay.
and then where you guys were DMV and all that. So,
Right.
so feel free to wander on.
A new era of big-time thrills begins.
You have a wonderful day. Accountability and transparency. Impartiality. Ethics. Professionalism and service. I'm just looking at your posters on the wall here. They give you guys a lot to live up to.
Yeah?
Yeah, don't you think? But you're living up to it, so it's a good thing. Yeah. I'll tell you what, not everybody that works in government buildings is so happy. And you guys are all walking around with smiles on your faces, being cheery, so how can you go wrong, right?
We're back. That's me. I'm a former police officer in motorcycle traffic unit. And I'm about...
Air fryers are very popular, but pull open the one you have at home. If it's coated in this Teflon, I highly recommend not using it because Teflon is a toxic chemical. And if you misuse it, it has forever chemicals. And they're called forever chemicals because they never leave your body. And the problem is, they're very easy to leach out. If you overheat your Teflon, they go into the air, you breathe it. If you scratch your Teflon, which a lot of us do using tongs or forks, it goes into your food, it goes into your body. And sure, they've outlawed some of the forever chemicals, but there's a ton more that are still in there. Luckily, they do make air fryers that are 100% stainless steel and non-toxic. I highly recommend those. These, I would get rid of. Air fryers are very popular, but pull open the one you have at home. If it's This is brownie batter ice cream a la mode, and this is how you make it. Add 12 ounces of half and half to a shaker cup, and this just launched. It's my new brownie batter protein smoothie. I'll add 2 scoops to the shaker, add the ice cream base to a container, and I'll stash it in the freezer overnight. Let's make a warm brownie. 1 large ripe banana goes in the bowl. Crack in 1 egg, just about 1 teaspoon of maple syrup to sweeten it up, a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 cup of cacao or cocoa, and I'll bake it for about 20 or 25 minutes. You might not think about frying an egg in a stainless steel pan until now. Start off by preheating your pan over medium-high heat. Now add some water after a couple minutes. If it evaporates like that, the pan's not ready. When the water does this, it's called the mercury water test. You want the water to dance across the surface of the steel and not evaporate. The pan's ready. Go ahead and lower the heat and add your fat of choice. I'm using some butter here. Add your 2 eggs. And the nice thing about doing this technique is the egg whites are going to get nice and crispy on the edges. And look at the way they glide around, kind of like a non-stick pan, although without the toxic Teflon. Now, fried eggs are easy. How about an omelet? I follow the same. Do you wash your avocados before you cut into it? Because it's pretty common for listeria or salmonella to be on the skin of the avocados. And back in 2019, there was a big outbreak of listeria. And what happens is you cut it with your knife and you transfer that bacteria from the skin into the fruit and you eat it. So, I mean, you can use fruit and veggie wash from the store. I use Branch Basics, which is food safe. You can make your own homemade fruit and veggie wash with baking soda, vinegar, and water. But bottom line, wash those avocados before you make your guacamole.
L-Nutra Health for Diabetes has unlocked the miracle of the body's own cellular rejuvenation system to treat the underlying cause of diabetes and help you achieve a goal that was thought to be impossible.
So far, SoFi's helping me get my money right to achieve my ambitions. With SoFi checking and savings, I pay no account fee and earn one of the best APYs in the league. Score a higher APY and an epic welcome bonus when you set up your direct deposit.
It's time to look for some deep discounts here at the Dollar Tree. It's actually been quite a long time since we've been to a Dollar Tree, and I know everyone's always looking for a discount. So I tried to go online and find the biggest and best Dollar Tree in my area, and I think we found it. And I'm noticing something new. Pivot around here. They're remarketing. Not everything is $1 or $1.25 now. They have the $5 section. They have a $4 section. I heard they were suffering big time here. So I think they're trying to remarket a little bit so they can make more money, which I don't blame them. But I was so surprised when I opened up this frozen section here and I saw shrimp and salmon. I thought they both would be farm raised. Well, the shrimp is. But look on the back of the salmon. It's pink salmon. Pink salmon is wild caught salmon, nutrient dense salmon. This is 10-ounce packet for $5. So according to the math in my head, that's about $8 a pound. Frozen for wild salmon, it's a pretty good deal. There is one issue, though, of course. It's too good to be true, right? If we look on the bottom of the packaging, product of China here. So what is very, very common for fish purveyors to do, and I hate it, is we will catch USA wild-caught salmon here, and it's cheaper to ship it all the way to China, to have it processed, broken down, and packaged, and shipped all the way back here, than just doing that processing here. And when you get all that shipping and it's done in another country like China, you lose traceability. So technically it still is Bobby approved, but I want USA caught and processed wild salmon. But if you're looking for a Dollar Tree deal, this is nutrient dense wild salmon for $8 a pound. This packet here is $5. I would stay away from the old camarones here. Why? Because if you look on the back, it's farm-raised product of India. I've talked about it all the time. The quality is just... I see some good protein options on this wall. And I'll go to probably the best one right here. Oh, chicken of the sea, wild pink salmon. And this one specifically compared to the others because it really is just pink salmon and nothing else. And this is actually drained for you, so you don't have to get the water out of this. You want to make a quick salmon salad, 15 grams of protein, and no BS. It's in a vegetable broth that contains soy. We're okay with that. And the reason why I get that over lemon pepper, while the flavor combination sounds lovely, it's got sugar and natural flavoring. So I really like this as a protein option. And let's say you're a tuna fan. This is tuna in water and vegetable broth. It's fine. 16 grams here. Light tuna, though. Does light tuna mean that's skipjack? Because I always talk about you want to eat smaller. So like albacore is bigger, skipjack or chunk light. So this is probably chunk light. So chunk light would be a smaller tuna. Wow, this is actually really good, low quality, really good, low mercury. Salmon with 16 grams protein at $1.25. Me liking, those are really good. If I was like super hungry, I would actually rip that open, stick a fork in there, and just get the 15 or 16 grams of protein. And this is interesting because they have applesauce here. Obviously, you don't want the Mott's one because it has corn syrup, but this is not a good deal. Even though this is just apple and lemon juice, it's $4 for $3. I think you can go to Aldi and get a much better deal. But what I want to send little Timmy or Erica to school with would be this one here, because I know it's not in the convenient pouch. They can just suck and throw away when they're done. But 4 old school, plastic canisters, the ones that you and I brought to school back in the day, with just apples and ascorbic acid, which is to maintain color, for $1.25. That's a really good deal. That's like 30 cents per score. Now we're in the $1.25 section of the frozen foods. And this is kind of interesting. They're smoothie starter pouches. This one's blueberry, strawberry, mango, spinach, strawberry, banana, mango, spinach. It is a product of China, so that means all the produce comes from there, which I don't love. It would be nice if some were organic, but we're at the dollar store, and technically it just is fruit, so this would fall under Bobby approved. This is a lot of fruit here, so this is 8 ounces. 8 ounces of fruit and vegetables for $1.25 for your smoothie. So essentially it's $2.50 a pound. That's actually a really good deal if you need a little something to throw into your blender, along with the Flavor City protein if you want, and your favorite other smoothie ingredients. And I like this a lot. We eat a lot of cauliflower at the house. Usually cauliflower rice. This is a whole packet of frozen cauliflower, nothing else. $1.25 for 12 ounces. So this is under $2 per pound for frozen cauliflower. And I actually didn't know this, but it says high in vitamin C, and me and Leilani were like, well, come on. A 3/4 cup serving, and there's 4 servings in here. A 3/4 cup serving has 45% of your daily value of vitamin C, which is really, really nice. This, thawed and then roasted in the oven with some olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper would be really nice. 2 great budget finds here in the freezer section. We're going to take a super quick break from the Dollar Tree video because Birch Living, who makes the organic birch mattresses in all of our rooms in our house, wanted to sponsor the video. They're all super comfy, but they're doing an early access to their Memorial Day sale now. And my link down below gets you 20% off your mattress of choice and 2 free pillows. You've probably heard me talk over the years about toxins in the home. Well, if you research what most beds are made of, the materials, the adhesives are toxic and they off-gas over time. And when you spend 7, 8, maybe 9 hours a night sleeping, you don't want that near you inhaling it. Well, Birch doesn't use any of the nasty adhesives. It's made with 5 simple materials. It's organic, but most importantly, super duper comfy. You order online, it comes to your house. Setup is really, really easy, and they have a 25-year warranty and a 100-night sleep trial. So if you're in the market for a new mattress, click my link down below. Early access to Memorial Day gets you 20% off your mattress of choice and 2 free pillows. But I do recommend upgrading all the rooms have in the house to this. This is the organic birch mattress. If you could feel a pillow, if you can feel it, it's so comfy. And when we travel, I take these with me because I can't stand the hotel pillows made of those feathers, and your neck goes down and gets kinked. So birchliving.com/Bobby, my link down below will get you 20% off your mattress of choice and 2 free pillows. This is probably one of your better deals for like a side dish. I talked about this many years ago, but you have a choice of brown rice for $1.25 or white rice for $1.25. What's the difference? Did you know that white rice used to be brown rice, but they removed the hull and the fiber and made it white rice, which is a simple carb. I want complex carbohydrates that have more satiation to my appetite and more fiber. So I want this. And this is 2 pounds of brown rice for $1.25. You can get a lot of cups of rice out of this. And if you compare it to something I haven't seen before, I do like the pre-cooked ones because brown rice does take 45 minutes. And you guys know my favorite pouch of all is at Aldi. They have the brown rice and quinoa one cooked in olive oil. But this one, if you look, is brown rice. But I have to put on my readers. It ain't olive oil. It's got canola oil in here. Plus, it's way more expensive. I mean, this is essentially 8.8 ounces for $1.25. This is 2 pounds for $1.25. Better price, better for you. Get this one for sure.
Try Puffs Plus Lotion when your allergies begin. They help soothe and relieve sensitive skin.
I almost walked by it, and there's only 2 left. But this is probably the best snack for the best value here. Do we recognize the packaging? These are the same crispy coconut rolls they have at Costco. It's a smaller bag. It's 2.1 ounces for $1.25. Ingredients are very similar. It's just not organic like the Costco one. So it's coconut milk is the first ingredient. This literally is like crispy coconut meat. We love it. It's like Desi Me and Rose top snack. Combined with tapioca flour, primary sweetener coconut sugar, then it does have cane sugar, eggs, and black. Left here, if you see this at yours, run, Forrest, run. Take a shot in the morning of, they'll put like a tablespoon of this in here. So there's apple cider vinegar and there's apple cider vinegar. You might just grab the bigger one because they're both the same price. The difference is this is just regular ACV. This is raw ACV with floaters. That's the probiotic mother here. That's why it's a little more expensive. But ACV with the mother is always going to be superior because that's a probiotic-rich mother. This is the kind of vinegar that people will take a shot in the morning of. They'll put like a tablespoon of this in 4 ounces of water on an empty stomach. great for your gut. Why? Because it's got living bacteria from the mother, and it's great as a gut reset. There's actually a great video by Dr. Bird that he did a few months ago. The best brand is actually Fairchild. They don't have that here, but this is real. ACV with the floaters, the mother in here, by far one of the best things I've seen in this aisle. And this is just kind of cool. There's a lot of pickles and olives here that might have other bad ingredients. This is baby, tiny, tiny baby asparagus spears in just water. For $1.25 for half a pound, asparagus is expensive. You take these out, dress them, throw them into a salad, splash on some ACV. There's your appetizer meze course done for way cheap. I did not expect to see a boatload of Logan Paul's Prime here or Alani, both creator brands. A little scary, they're at the dollar store. But kudos to Leilani for seeing this. It says smoothie on here, and the ingredients are actually epic. Let me break up my Amazon readers. It is nothing. I love these, very nutrient dense. If you want to get a little bag of pistachios, to be honest, I'm not even sure how good this is a deal. This is pistachios. It's the roasted sea salt ones. It's 100% Bobby approved, but it's $1.25 for 1.2 ounces. This is where it starts. I don't think I want to spend $1.25 for this much shell-on pistachios. And the same is true for like this. This is a really good snack. It's dried apples and dried strawberries, not organic, but still Bobby approved. But while I love these, it's 0.6 ounce. So it's that much. That's like one big handful for me for $1.25. Some things just don't quite make financial sense here, but it is Bobby approved. If you want to get more sense, come over here and I will show you. This is so cool. This is a bag of organic coconut flour for $1.25. Never in a million years would I expect to see this here. What can you do with this? Paleo keto baking, breadcrumbs if you want to keep it gluten-free. It is on the drier side, so you can't just swap it with flour 1-to-1, but there are a lot of recipes if you search online. We always have this in almond flour in our pantry. This is a bag that is half a pound for $1.20. That's a ridiculous deal. And even though it looks like it might be Bobby approved, they have coconut oil here. And while it's probably better than I saw over there, they had like sunflower oil combined with pumice oil. This is refined coconut oil. So it's not virgin. Refined means it is processed with some heat. When that happens, you're going to have a little bit of refinement and oxidation of the fat. Not terrible. It's probably the best oil here. I just prefer virgin, but to get one of these for $1.25, which is small, is not a bad deal at all. I don't quite see anything on this snack wall here besides something crazy I'm going to show you in a second. This is weird though. Mr. Beast cookies and Dollar Tree. So that's Prime. We've seen Alani and Feastable cookies here. Maybe the cookies didn't sell well. They're focusing more on chocolate, but that's unexpected. Maybe as unexpected as these crackers. So look at the front. It looks like a healthy cracker made with olive and oregano. These ingredients are literally crazy. Leilani saw them. So olives are featured, but the primary oil is palm, sunflower, then olive. Yeah, it's got some sugar and everything, but there's artificial olive flavor followed by a little bit of olive paste. That is crazy. Misleading marketing. Do not buy that. All right, friends, that is it for Dollar Tree. We just scoured every other aisle, but there are some really solid options. And just because it's at a Dollar Tree doesn't mean it's always a good deal. You have to sometimes think about the price per ounce and compare it to what it would be if you buy it at a Walmart. But there are solid options at very low prices. If you want to see more videos like this,
You speak the key, but you must first learn the discipline. Unlock the energy within.
We're done.
What about these?
Looks right. Quick! The quicker picker-upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
This is a great day to go shopping at Aldi because I just did a lap around and there are a lot of Bobby approved items. Some I've never seen before with epic ingredients, and of course because we're shopping at Aldi. Feed your gut bacteria. Prebiotics are incredibly important, just like probiotics too. Rest of the ingredients, good to go. The citric acid is non-GMO. It's got natural sea salt in here. This is phenomenal. I would grab that for sure as a nice side dish. And then down here, this is an interesting one because this is root beer. If you scan the Zevia with the Bobby approved app, you might be confused because it says Bobby approved, but there's natural flavorings on here, right? How is that possible? Because this is where I put on my subjective Bobby hat and say, even though this has natural flavors, there's no cane sugar, there's no artificial flavors, there's no caramel coloring. Any soda is going to have gobs of sugar or corn syrup. Diet sodas, like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, will have the worst artificial man-made sweeteners known as aspartame or sucralose or ACE-K. So this is one of the rare times that I'm okay with natural flavors because the alternative is either gobs of corn syrup or fake sweeteners and artificial flavors, and they have natural flavors too. This is great. This is a 8-pack. They have grape there too. 8-pack for $6.99. Good for sugar-free soda. Listen, whenever you're in doubt at the grocery store and you just don't know if things are Bobby approved, I make it easy. This is my free app. 29, but I think the macros are a little misleading here because organic flavoring. It has what's interesting about it is Leilani and I were looking at what it's made of. So the stone is ceramic. Anyone who makes pizza at home, especially in your oven, buy a ceramic pizza stone. It's basically just made of stone, and put it in the oven to make your pizzas. It makes the most beautiful crust. That goes inside of this metal housing, but it says the inner housing is stainless steel, which is totally non-toxic, no forever chemicals. The outer housing is powder coated. I'm not sure what that means, but that's the outer, which I'm not really concerned about. And I can't imagine the inner would be stainless and the outer would be like Teflon or forever chemicals. So if you want a budget pizza maker, you just plop on your grill, or it looks like you can take it to the park and put on one of those like free grills that people grill on all day. That's a really good deal at $29.99. And then use the pizza dough over there, right? And then the budget Aldi sauce over there. And then the organic cheese over there. Traceability matters. This one comes from, wow, many different countries. So see the key here? It says there's a coding to see where it comes from. And this one is from España and Tunisia. 2 locations. You lose your traceability. I would not buy that. I would buy this all the way. Miles better than this. Organic stamp. The PDO stamp means there's a governing body in Italy and sometimes in Europe too that says things from that region, whether it's dairy, cheese, or olives, have to be grown a very certain way, have to come from that certain region, and cannot be adulterated. This is going to be really good EVO. It's going to be so good they put Bono on the side here. This is super cool. It's $8.99. This is miles better than this organic extra virgin olive oil. Why? Traceability matters. This one comes from, wow, many different countries. So see the key here? Sicily, Italy. It's a, my God, you just made an Aldi pizza on a budget. Woo-hoo! Kudos to Leilani for finding something so cool. I would get it for sure. It's not an Aldi find, but this is probably the best extra virgin olive oil here and in many stores in general. It's $8.99 for a legit single origin real olive oil. I'd be screaming about it too because check this out. This is Sicilian EVOO. So one origin, Sicily, Italy. It's exactly from this small region of Sicily here. And how do we know it's legit besides what I just mentioned there? Boom, the stamp. The PDO stamp means there's a governing body in Italy and sometimes in Europe too that says things from that region, whether it's dairy, cheese, or olives, have to be grown a very certain way, have to come from that certain region, and cannot be adulterated. This is going to be really good EVO. It's going to be so good they put Bono on the side here. This is super cool. It's $8.99. This is miles, miles, miles better than this organic extra virgin olive oil. Why? Traceability matters. This one comes from, wow, many different countries. So see the key here? It says there's a coding to see where it comes from. And this one is from España in Tunisia. 2 locations. You lose your traceability. I would not buy that. I would buy this all the way. All right, friends. I'm a happy camper. A lot of great deals at Aldi. Avocado chips, I have a feeling, are going to be gone as soon as this video comes out. But run on down to Aldi, scoop the deals. There are some fantastic finds right now. Speaking of finds, join Thrive Market. My link down below, like I said, it always gets you 30% off your first order and a free gift. But until the 24th, they're doing a friends and family sale, and you can stack your 30% off on top of the sale item for great Bobby approved deals. But from Aldi, I leave you like I always do. How should I keep on cooking? Mad love and good.
What's not to love about pakoras? These crispy, savory 2-bite fritters are so easy to eat, and they're infinitely customizable. And Keith is here, and he's going to show us some keys to pakora success.
Yeah, these vegetable fritters are great. They're crunchy on the outside, soft and tender on the inside. And like you said, they're custom.
Today we are making vegan gyros 2 ways. The first is with our buddy tofu, and the second will be with some plant-based meat. Now while these are based after the Greek American ones I used to eat Today we are making vegan gyros 2 ways. The first
Multi-challenges, fresh tomatoes. Which one do you prefer?
Lucy, one more. Don't take that. You know, there's no comparison to the grocery store tomato. Darn good.
We're making 2-ingredient keto spinach wraps. Let's go. Zero carb. These 2-ingredient keto spinach wraps are so easy and simple to make. They're actually by a low carb woman, and I found her on Instagram, and I thought it would be a great alternative for you if you're having trouble with our very popular keto tortillas, or you're just having a lazy day. Very similarly, we put it into a blender, and that's how it is all mixed together. But we also have our pasta 2.0 recipe that you can do the same thing. Chuck it into a blender and a liquid is formed, and you just chuck it into your skillet. If you do find this recipe too spinachy, do click on this link now and it'll take you to something more similar to a wrap. Ingredients, shopping list, and the macros are listed in the description box. Let's get into the recipe now. To a blender, add 65 grams of spinach leaves and 3 whole eggs. I'm just doing plain ones, so I added a half teaspoon of salt and a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. Then blend it thoroughly until the mixture is all one color. Over a medium to low heat, generously spray a non-stick pan with cooking spray. Then add 1/3 of the mixture, which is about 70 grams, and spread it around so it covers the surface. Now you just need to cover it and let that cook for 2 minutes. Scrape down the edges so they come away from the pan. Then flip them over. Then let that cook for another minute. And this is how they should turn out. Remove and repeat the process, which will give you a total of 3 wraps. You may be concerned that these might tear when wrapping, so here I'm just adding my fillings, a spread of mayonnaise, shredded chicken and avocado, and seasoned with everything but the bagel seasoning. And see, they're delicate, yes, but they do not tear.
Introducing the all-new iPad Pro. It had
Today we're making a keto Cajun dirty rice, and we're talking about a keto substitute for rice. Let's go.
this time so I'm feeling so wired. It's 4 a.m. I'm not even tired.
When you're on the keto diet, to make it easy, you need good substitutes for things like tortillas, your pasta, and rice. In the past, I have used pasta dough as a rice substitute. I have used tortillas, just cut up small or shredded. And I've also used any kind of dough, like if I had extra for a pie crust. If hemp hearts is something that you would like to try, click on this link now and you will see how to prepare it. So many of you now have experience with the flourless egg white tortilla recipe that I posted a while ago. So I'm using that dough today. And if that's your choice, click on this link now. The method is a little bit different though, so I'll show you that first. And after that, we will do a keto Cajun dirty rice. Remember, the nutritional information and your shopping list is listed in the description box. Let's get into the recipe now. If you're using my tortilla recipe, I used 90 grams of the tortilla dough, which equates to 1 tortilla or 1/3 of the dough. Using a microplane grater, run the dough back and forth. You can even do this with a wrap or a soft tortilla, and some people even use mashed up egg whites. Once all the dough is grated, I let it dehydrate in the oven on the lowest setting for an hour, and now let's make the keto Cajun dirty rice. Over a medium heat, add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, then a ½ cup of diced bacon, and saute that until it's a little brown. Next, add a ½ cup of ground beef or mince and break up the meat and let that brown, stirring occasionally. Now for a little vegetables, I added 1 tablespoon of scallion or spring onion, 2 tablespoons of diced red bell pepper, 2 tablespoons of diced celery, and to flavor the dish, I added ½ teaspoon of black pepper, a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, and mix that until combined. And for a little sauce, I went with 1/3 of a cup of beef stock. Let that simmer so the stock can reduce and thicken, and this is how mine turned out. You don't want it to be completely dry, but you don't want too much liquid because the rice will get soggy. Add the rice and 1 tablespoon of fresh spring onion or scallion. Stir, and voila! hope you enjoyed this recipe and get to make Keto Cajun Dirty Rice with the rice of your choice for keto. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and be well. That's your choice. Click on this link now. The method is a little bit different though, so I'll show you that first, and after that we will do a Keto Cajun Dirty Rice. Remember, the nutritional information and your shopping list is listed in the description box. Let's get into the recipe now. If you're using my tortilla recipe, I used 90 grams of the tortilla dough, which equates to 1 tortilla or a third of the dough. Using a microplane grater, run the dough back and forth. You can even do this with a wrap or a soft tortilla, and some people even use mashed up egg whites. Once all the dough is grated, I let it dehydrate in the oven on the lowest setting for an hour, and now let's make the Keto Cajun Dirty Rice. Over a medium heat, add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, then a half cup of diced bacon, and saute that until it's a little brown. Next, add a half a cup of ground beef or mince and break up the meat and let that brown, stirring occasionally. Now for a little vegetables, I added 1 tablespoon of scallion or spring onion, 2 tablespoons of diced red bell pepper, 2 tablespoons of diced celery, and to flavor the dish I added half a teaspoon of black pepper, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, and mix that until combined. And for a little sauce I went with 1/3 of a cup of beef stock. Let that simmer so the stock can reduce and thicken, and this is how mine turned out. You don't want it to be completely dry, but you don't want too much liquid because the rice will get soggy. Add the rice and 1 tablespoon of fresh spring onion or scallion. Stir and voila! Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe and get to make Keto Cajun Dirty Rice with the rice of your choice for keto. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and be well.
Passion got me here. It moves me, challenges me to go beyond the world's expectations.
We're making a 2-ingredient flaxseed bread. Let's go.
A gentle breeze, the night's got a fever, to the moon and back, playing loud in the speakers.
We've been going through a series of baking lots and lots of different breads. And a few of you are allergic to oat fiber and you don't like psyllium husk as well. So I thought this bread might suit you very well. It's just flaxseed meal and egg whites. With it being just 2 ingredients, you're probably wondering, does it taste like cardboard? And to me, no, it tastes like a healthy bread. It's called Vogel's. I'm not sure if you've ever had it or heard of it. If you get to make this bread, please remember to drop a comment down below because your opinion is valuable. If you love it, if you hate it, it doesn't matter. Just say whatever your opinion is and why, so other people who are reading the comments can learn and gauge whether they might want to make this bread as well. This recipe is by One Day One Recipe. I'll leave a link to the channel and the recipe in the description box. And I'm showing it to you because it is not a keto channel and you might have missed it. Nutrition information and your shopping list is listed in the description box. Let's get into the recipe now. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius and add 6 egg whites to a bowl and 100 grams of flaxseed meal. You can either grind flax seeds or you can purchase flaxseed meal pre-made. Whisk that together until it looks like this. And you can also use a food processor or a blender. I'm using this half loaf pan by Chef Made. It is beautiful and it is so cute. And I've just lined it with strips of baking paper on the side.
Grab Dew, score Mountain Dew outdoor gear. Buy Dew, collect points, get gear.
Hey, it's your skin. Treat this acne with a max strength cleanse without discomfort. New CeraVe Acne Wash.
We're making chia flour tortillas. Let's go. Over the past few weeks, I've been experimenting with using chia seeds as a flour substitute, and I thought the first recipe should be tortillas because people love tortillas. They're so popular. What I love about this recipe is it just uses 3 ingredients and no eggs. And you're going to need 1.5 cups worth of chia flour, so do go ahead and grind your seeds down. Ingredients with measurements is listed in the description box, and let's get into the recipe now. Add 1.5 cups of chia flour to a bowl, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of olive, avocado or coconut oil, and lastly 1 cup of boiling hot water. Mix all that together first with a spatula, then it will cool a bit, so go ahead and knead it so it's mixed well. You will notice the dough is very sticky, so let it rest for about 15 minutes, and the chia is going to absorb some of the moisture. This is me with bare hands, and as I press the dough, you will see it's not so sticky anymore, but the inside will be sticky. It only tends to dry on the outside. My total dough weight is 414 grams, and this recipe is for 5 tortillas, so separate the dough accordingly, and each little ball should weigh about 83 grams. Roll out each ball between 2 sheets of parchment paper, and now I just want to show you what to expect. The dough is still a little sticky, but the paper comes away nicely from the dough. Now to just tidy the edges, and this is my easy way of doing it with a pot lid, and trim off the edges. Over a medium heat, add 1 tortilla to a pan.
We believe art is for everyone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, you gotta give it longer than that.
Are we?
They do it just to like make you lull you into a false sense of
Yeah,
security.
there's like no warning. Oh, you can go like there's no countdown or anything. So we're going. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Successfully, we beat it.
It would be so awesome to say hello, like at the right spot, but we never know when that is.
Yeah, you just stand there like, or you've been talking and no one can hear.
Yeah. So I forgot who's it by. This is not my recipe, right? But I'm really excited to try it because it's a 3-ingredient bread. It's kind of like a flatbread, right? So just something really tasty to put, like kind of like a sandwich or a burger, because all you do is mix this up and fry it, and you get kind of like a flatbread situation. So because I love, one of my favorite things to eat is avocados. And they're keto friendly and so nutritious and so good for you. So we start off with half of an avocado, right? So it's just 3 main ingredients, and then Oh, look at my smile. Got it. Yeah, so it's half an avocado, 1 egg, and a cup of grated cheese. So, some people say, I've got some comments from some people saying, oh, how can your cheese be 0 carb and stuff like that? Well, if you buy a block of cheese and you grate it yourself, that's how you get 0 carb. And of course, when you're shopping, look at the bag and see how many carbs is in your cheese. A lot of companies actually flour grated cheese so that they don't clump together, and we don't need that flour. So, you know, I normally just, it's really quick and easy to grate your own cheese. I mean, if you don't want to do manual, say you've got an injury or, you know, you're physically impaired, use your food processor with the grating attachment on. And I know I have often forget about my food processor and how, you know, it's got the grating plates and stuff like that because we're always, you know, just using the blades. But yeah, use your food processor and, you know. Anyway, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to throw all my ingredients into the bowl. Let us have a roll call.
All right.
Who's here?
Hello, everyone. Kelly Bowe's here, but not here.
Hello, Kelly.
Kelly says, sorry to miss you all tonight, having dinner with my mother-in-law. And got some avocados, look forward to the replay.
Yeah, nice.
Very nice. Mary Ann is here.
Hello, Marianne.
But Mary Ann has got COVID, so she may not,
no.
may not be very
Is COVID going to go away? It's just like, you know.
I don't know. That's what we all got vaxxed for, right? Oh, no, I better not say that out loud.
What?
Anyways, it's very controversial. You'll get cancelled.
To get vaxxed? Oh, am I not supposed to say it?
I don't know. I'm just poking fun. There's people on both sides of that fence. But anyways, Marianne, I hope you get better shortly. Susan is here. Deborah Bremer.
Susan, hello, Deborah.
Angie Hostetler.
Angie!
Danny Mizrahi.
Hello, Danny. How are you?
Carl Conscious Carolyn.
Hello, Carolyn. How are you doing?
Becky Nelson. Oh, Becky.
Becky.
Wow.
Becky Nelson or Becky?
Becky Nelson.
Becky Nelson.
But, just with a caveat, she's here but not here.
Yes, because she is actually busy this time.
Yes, well, Becky says she's getting in the car 3 hours late to leave for my sisters, but now I get to listen to you, kids while I drive. Oh, so she might actually be here.
Thank you. Thank you all of you for joining us.
Auntie Judy is here.
Hello, Auntie Judy.
Mom H, Mrs. Henderson
Hello,
is
Mom.
here.
Oh, Chris, it's really warm here. So for the very first time, which is an absolute travesty, you will not be...
Prevent tough residues with the power of Finish Jet Dry.
Mom jeans. She passed them down to you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Physician in the Kitchen. I am your host, Dr. Monique, the board-certified family physician who you know as a physician in the kitchen. My passion is helping people just like you discover, cook, and eat delicious, healthy, plant-based meals because my mission is to fix America's health one plate at a time. Today, I've got something super special for you, my black bean burger recipe. But this is not just any black bean burger. This burger contains mushrooms, black beans, olives, and a special ingredient that I promise you won't see coming. This burger is so healthy and good for you, it really should come with a prescription. And I should know, because I'm the physician in the kitchen. But before we get into that, don't forget to click the like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our plant-powered content. One of the things that I enjoy about adopting a plant-based diet is getting to experiment and create vegan options for foods that I used to eat and enjoy in my meat-eating days, such as a juicy hamburger. Now, I don't know about you, but one of the most frustrating things about eating a black bean burger is that you take one bite and it just falls completely apart. This was my experience one day in a fancy restaurant in Atlanta. I paid $15 for a black bean burger, and when I tell you that I took that bite and it fell apart, man, I was so annoyed I wanted to just not even finish eating it. So that experience became the inspiration for this recipe. A black bean burger that does not fall apart, has a beefy texture, and all the umami flavor that you need from olives and mushrooms. You're welcome. Now, let me show you what the ingredients are, and they already smell so good and I haven't even started cooking them. Okay, let's take a look at our ingredients. We've got a can of black beans already rinsed, some baby bellas that we're gonna rough chop, some olives to give it a little bit of saltiness and umami, and the surprise ingredient, beets. Yes, beets. We'll talk more about that in a moment. To help bind it so that it stays together and doesn't fall apart is a cup of panko breadcrumbs. Then we've got for seasoning our salt, onion, garlic powder, and divided portions of avocado oil and my vegan Worcestershire sauce, as well as a little bit of liquid smoke. All right, let's get to cooking. Okay, so first we're going to rough chop our mushrooms before we saute them. So these are going into the food processor, so they don't have to be cut really pretty. We just want to chop them up so that they'll cook fairly quickly and evenly. So just some big chunks here are fine. This is one of my new favorite knife. I can cut through lots of veggies like tough greens, like collard greens, kale. It does a lot of quick cutting for me. So it's my new favorite thing. Okay. So that's good right there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pop these into our skillet with a little bit of our oil, our avocado oil. So let's go ahead and add our avocado oil. And the reason I'm using avocado oil is because this is the same oil I'm going to pan fry my burgers in. And you want an oil that's got a high smoke point so that your kitchen doesn't smoke up and set off your fire alarms. So avocado oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, those oils have higher smoke points than your extra virgin olive oil. So to keep it simple, I'm just using the same oil throughout the cooking process. So we're going to heat that oil over medium heat, and I'm using my cast iron skillet because that gives you a nice even cooking surface. It heats up very nicely, and I'm just going to also use it to cook my patties. So I'm just trying to keep it simple, minimize dirty dishes in the kitchen. Now we're going to add our mushrooms, a little bit of salt, and I'm going to let them cook down a little bit, and then I'm going to add in the Worcestershire sauce. And this is my specially made Physician in the Kitchen vegan Worcestershire sauce that you can order at veganwsauce.com. So we're going to let these cook about 5 minutes till they're nice and reduced and let some of their liquid out. And then we're going to put everything together in the food processor. This recipe comes together so quickly in the food processor. I love it. It's so easy, and it's a great midweek meal if you haven't done enough food prepping or meal prepping for the week and you need something to throw together on a weeknight. This can certainly check all those boxes. So while my mushrooms are cooking, let's talk about some of the health benefits of the ingredients. Some of the health benefits of the ingredients in this recipe include mushrooms, which are technically a fungus and not a vegetable. They are loaded with vitamins and minerals such as potassium, which helps lower blood pressure and, of course, decreases the risk for stroke. They also contain selenium, the trace mineral that helps to make DNA and protect against cell damage. Some mushrooms actually contain more potassium than bananas. Also, mushrooms contain the B vitamins, which are good for your hair, skin, and nails. Did you know that olives are rich in vitamin E and vitamin A, which are also good for your eyes and skin? And by way of them containing B's and other antioxidants, olives may decrease the risk for cancer and other chronic diseases. Now, remember those beets I showed you earlier? Well, they also have their own health benefits, including increasing your stamina or endurance during exercise, decreasing the risk for heart disease and stroke, and lowering blood pressure. And last but not least, those beautiful black beans that we're going to use are a great source of protein, fiber, and complex carbs, which prevent sugar spikes, keep you feeling fuller longer, and that can cut down on snacking in between meals and can lead to weight loss. I told you, this recipe is so good for you, it should come with a prescription. I'm not kidding. So our mushrooms are cooking down. I'm going to go ahead now and add in the Worcestershire sauce. And that just gives it a little more of that umami, meaty flavor. It smells so good. All right, then I'll let that cook down a little more. And you can stop right here and use these mushrooms as a topping for a sandwich or rice or a starch, another starch. But we're, of course, going to incorporate them into our burgers. But this can be served as a side, just like this. Let's try one, see how done they are. Man, those are cooking. Okay. So now that our mushrooms are done, let's move over to the food processor and put all the rest of our ingredients together.
Want to make a difference in your sleep and your community? Discover the all-new Temper Adapt collection, available now at Ashley. Your mattress purchase from Ashley helps support hope to...
All right, we're going to start adding our ingredients to our food processor. So we're going to put in our beets, our olives, the breadcrumbs, the liquid smoke, onion powder, garlic powder, and just a little pinch of salt. Remember, we've got the salt from the olives, so we don't want to go too crazy. Also, we're going to go ahead and add in our mushrooms. Notice I'm not putting in the black beans just yet. Let's pulse it a couple of times. See how that already starts to look like ground beef? Let's give it a couple more pulses. And I'm going to just scrape down my sides here. Now we're going to add in our black beans. And the reason I didn't put these in with everything else is I didn't want them to get too processed. So I want to chop up our ingredients first. We'll give it. And then we have our ground beef mixture. Got a couple of beans that look a little whole, so we'll go ahead and mix it a couple more times. And there you have our beef mixture. Let's go ahead and take out the lid. And then, see how that looks like the nice little ground beef? And we're going to go ahead and now take this and form it into patties. Now let's go ahead and give it a taste, make sure our seasonings are good. That is delicious. One of the benefits of cooking vegan or plant-based is you don't have to worry about things like raw eggs or raw meat, and you can taste as you go and not worry about getting sick. So we're going to go ahead and scoop out our patties, and we're going to get about 6 patties out of this. I'm just going to go ahead and form these into patties. I don't want them too thick because I want them to cook fairly quickly. I'm using an ice cream scooper just to kind of keep them all the same size. And while I'm making these, let me go ahead and heat up my skillet. So I'm going to add the rest of my oil to my skillet, and then we'll go from there. You guys are going to love this recipe. When you try it, you've got to tag me and let me know. But I think you're going to love it as much as I do. All right, so we're going to start with these 6. All right, so now we're ready to cook up our first batch. And we just want our skillet nice and high. It's really important that your oil is hot because you want it to sear and lock in that moisture and also give you a nice little crust on the outside. So you want to make sure your skillet is nice and hot before you drop that first burger in. And once that's sizzled,
¿Y es que es esa mierda?
that's really
Pues para el sol.
¿Por qué no te metes en tu cuarto si no
Es
quieres
para
verlo?
ver la TV.
No hay que ver cosas.
We're gonna let these cook for about 3 to 5
No, no
minutes
vayas
on
a
this
salir
side.
con tu collazote, pues.
Does that look like
¿Qué es
ground beef?
eso?
That's so cool. Okay, so our burgers are coming along really nicely. Go ahead and flip that one. And you can, of course, do this on a grill. You can do these also in your air fryer as well, if you don't want to use any oil to cook them. See how they flipped over and didn't fall apart. We're gonna cook these for another 3 minutes or so to let the other side get nice and seared, and then we'll be ready to plate them up. All right, it's been about 3 minutes on this other side, so let's go ahead and take these out of our skillet. It's time to plate these bad boys up and eat them. So if you're cooking in batches, again, you're gonna add more oil to the skillet before you cook up your next batch. All right, everybody. So our burgers are done. They've been resting for a few minutes while I've prepped my condiments and toppings. So we're gonna put this together on a toasted bun and eat it just like you would any other burger. So let's go ahead and put this burger together. I've got my toppings, some sauteed red onion, tomato, lettuce, and then the usual suspects. Some mustard, ketchup, some mayo, vegan of course. And for a little kick, I'm using some chimichurri, which is just a non-cooked sauce made up of various herbs such as cilantro, oregano, garlic, and also some parsley. I'm gonna go ahead and start building this burger. I don't like to skimp on the condiments, so I'm gonna lay it on thick. Alright, I'm gonna take my patty now. I'm gonna just build a single decker, but of course, if you're feeling extra hungry or you want more filling burger, then you can go and make a double or a triple.
Pequeño.
A mí me gustan los pequeños. Ese está bonito, pero esos grandes.
¿Te quedó bien la sortija?
No me bien.
¿No? ¿Está muy pequeño?
Butter lettuce.
Pero esos collares a mí no me gustan. Yo no
I'm gonna top it off with.
¿Qué prefiere? ¿Algo pequeño?
Ya te dije que a mí me gustan cosas pequeñas. No sé si es usando cosas de indio. Esas son para la gente de campo.
And now, for the true test, how does it taste? All right, now let's give this black bean burger a taste. Mmm. It's smoky, it's meaty,
El
it's
tirar
juicy.
dinero por el piso en vez de pagar
You see
el
what I'm
monte
talking
completo.
about? And the cool thing about it is, you might hear, oh, it's gonna, you hear the beets as an ingredient or the black beans as an ingredient. You think it's gonna taste like beans, it's gonna taste like beets. And it doesn't, it tastes like meat. That's the beauty of this recipe. It puts things together and they harmonize so well to give you the desired finished product.
Mucha gente quiere comprar.
It's not falling apart.
Esta casa, me pasan llamando.
Recipes. Be sure to pick up a copy of my book.
El vecino de ahí, ¿sabes cuánto cobra de renta? 1,600.
¿El filipino se mudó o no?
No, el de la casa de David.
So, I hope you've enjoyed this demo. If you make this burger, please tag me
Casi
at
fue a
Position
preguntar porque
Kitchen.
anda buscando para
Until
buscar.
then, keep it
Ella quiere
100.
rentar un cuarto, pero quiere toda la casa
See you
completa.
next time in the kitchen. Eat well.
1,700. No sé cómo yo marqué a la policía si mi teléfono estaba en mi bolsa.
Me diría que están pidiendo dinero.
No, dice que yo marqué en 911. Ahora ni encuentro mi teléfono, no sé lo que dice. Que yo marqué en 911, dicen ellos. Yo le dije que yo no marqué. Más bien no, le dijo si fue un error que conteste. Ese regalo dáselo a alguien que le guste eso. cumpleaños. Postal para compartir en Facebook. Feliz día de Happy Mother's Day. mamá americana. ¿Estás acostada? Yo también. No, no he ido. No. Oh, no, no le he hablado, no sé si está ahí. Oh, oh, ¿fue para allá contigo? Oh, oh, yo me vine acá a la casa. Dijo Meki que ya venían, porque como está cuidando la casa de David. Y pues ahí cuídese, que descanse. Tengo mi mano bien hinchada. Pero ya se me está echando mi mano. Es la artritis, la artritis. Eh, Pues las pastillas, pues, pero va, nomás la mano, un dedo, el que sigue después del gordo, el dedo gordo, lo que sigue está bien hinchado. No sé por qué. A ver. Se quita luego, no sé por qué, chingados. Pero yo sí te veo, ¿eh? Mira, mira este. Ajá, el mío está hinchado, chueco también. No sé, como ayer salí noche y hoy entré temprano. Estoy descansando un ratito. Ahora le puede ir, ay, cuídense. Sí, bye. aquí descansando un rato. Sí, salí a las 3:30, porque entré a las 8. Me dijo, pues, no, le hablé, ya estaba en su cuarto. Ujú. Dijo que fuiste, que mal. No sé, yo no hablé con Vera, yo hablé con él. A lo mejor estaba tomando en su cuarto. Ajá. A lo mejor doña Gwen estaba borracha. ¿No se tomaron unas ustedes allá? Quizás deben tener sus bebidas escondidas. ¿Con quién? ¿Con la abuela del papá o con la mamá? ¿Doña, doña Reina o la Perla o quién? Ah, entonces la del parte del papá. ¿Quién sabe ahora qué tendrá? Era un hombre, ahora otra vez. Ahora, yo por mí pues no me voy al hospital. Tendrá otra cosa, ¿no? Oh, ok, con cuidado. Oye, Paul, ¿sí le pagaron a Liz sus cosas o no? Oh. No, pero sus cosas no poco la aseguraron. Oh, ok. Oh, ok. Órale, pues, bye. Bye, bye. Aló. Oh, está bien. Aquí estoy acostada. Pues si quieres. echaron un baño, ¿sí?